You are staring at a glowing red battery icon. It says 1%. You don't have a charger. You are miles away from home. The screen suddenly dims and then goes completely black. Notice what happens to your physical body in that exact moment. Your heart rate slightly elevates. Your breathing becomes shallower. A subtle wave of genuine anxiety washes over your chest. But why? It is literally just a piece of glass, metal, and lithium. It is not a predator. It is not a physical threat to your life. If you drop a book or lose a pen, your body doesn't flood with stress hormones. But when this specific rectangle runs out of power, your biological alarm system is violently triggered. You might think it's because you can't check your messages, or because you can't access your GPS maps to get home. But the psychological reaction is much deeper, much older, and far more terrifying than simple modern inconvenience. To understand why your phone dying feels like a literal micro-emergency, we have to look back 50,000 years. Picture your ancient ancestors walking through the prehistoric wilderness. Humans are, biologically speaking, incredibly weak animals. We don't have thick armor plating. We don't have razor-sharp claws. We don't have venom. We can't outrun a cheetah, and we certainly can't wrestle a lion. Out in the wild, alone, a human is nothing more than a free, slow-moving meal. So how did we survive? How did we become the apex predators of the entire planet? We survived through one specific mechanism: the tribe. The group was our armor. The group was our claws. The group was our absolute defense. If you were part of a tribe, you had multiple sets of eyes to watch for danger while you slept. You had multiple sets of hands to gather food, build shelter, and fight off terrifying threats. In the ancient world, being connected to the group literally meant life. Being separated from the group meant absolute, certain death. There was no survival outside the tribe. Isolation was a death sentence. Because of this harsh reality, evolutionary psychologists believe that the human brain developed a highly sensitive internal alarm system. This alarm system monitors your social connections at all times. It is running in the background right now. It's constantly asking your nervous system one simple question: am I connected to the herd? When this alarm senses that you are isolated, it doesn't just make you feel a little sad. It triggers a massive physiological survival response. It floods your bloodstream with cortisol and adrenaline. It forces you to feel panic so that you will desperately seek out the group before a predator finds you. This mechanism kept us alive for millennia. It is hardwired into your DNA. But here is the terrifying plot twist of the modern world. Today, your tribe isn't 150 people sitting around a physical campfire in the dirt. Today, your entire tribe, your friends, your family, your social safety net, has been completely digitized. It has been compressed into a glowing rectangle that fits comfortably in your pocket. Your primitive brain doesn't understand technology. Your primitive brain doesn't know what a lithium-ion battery is or how cellular towers work. All your brain knows is that this device is your only portal to the herd. When the battery drops to 0 and the screen goes black, that portal aggressively closes. Your biological radar sweeps the area, and suddenly, it finds absolutely 0 connections. You are completely severed from the tribe. In that exact moment, your ancient survival software forcefully kicks in. It sends a violent jolt of pure cortisol through your veins. This condition is entirely real, and it has a name. Psychologists call it nomophobia. no mobile phone phobia.
It is the intense, irrational fear of being out of cellular contact. Studies show that when heavy smartphone users are separated from their devices, their bodies go into overdrive. They exhibit the exact same biological stress markers as someone in physical, life-threatening danger. Their blood pressure spikes significantly. Their pupils dilate. Their fight or flight response is fully, completely engaged. Meanwhile, you are sitting perfectly safe in a modern, climate-controlled room. There are no tigers hiding behind your couch. There is no winter freeze coming. There is no threat of starvation. You are surrounded by the most secure, abundant environment in human history. Yet, because a tiny piece of metal ran out of electricity, your brain is absolutely convinced you are going to die. This is the ultimate irony of modern comfort. We have engineered a world so overwhelmingly safe that we had to invent new artificial threats to trigger our idle survival instincts. We outsourced our entire sense of belonging to a network of cold metal cell towers. And now, you are essentially a prehistoric creature walking around with a supercomputer in your pocket, terrified of a battery icon. So the next time your screen dims and you feel that cold, familiar rush of panic rising in your chest, take a deep breath and remember what it really means. It isn't the phone you are afraid of losing.
It's the terrifying illusion that without it, you are completely and utterly alone.